country and how our fellow countrymen behave, Mr. Speaker, I will not be surprised if somebody will pass even rare acts that has been put in a sack and sign them off as kokoto or anything, Mr. Speaker, either out of ignorance or they've been motivated otherwise to look the other way. Therefore, how intense is the scrutiny on the border points where these minerals leave the country? And what is the assurance to this House, Mr. Speaker, that enough is being done to ensure that this country does not lose on mineral trade that it engages itself in? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable CS, those two supplementary questions, maybe handle them together.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. And I want to also thank Honorable Majority Leader for the comprehensive nature of the supplementary question. I want to take the opportunity and in this House to assure Kenyans that the reforms that we are doing in the State Department of Mining are bearing fruits. And one of the key reforms that we are bringing forward is the reform on decisive clamping of illegal mining activities across the country. Last year in October, the Cabinet passed a resolution to establish a mining police unit, which I want to report to this House that we have received. Now all the officers have reported. We have done orientation so they can understand the mining law and mining issues. And one of the things we have done, Mr. Speaker, is that there was a very big mining area in Marsabit, in Dabel, which has now been closed because of the issues of illegal mining. We have also closed the Koru in Isiolo, and the last 2 weeks or so, our officers were in Migori, Siaya, and Narok, and they were able to close all the illegal mining operations in that county, in those counties. Further than that, Mr. Speaker, we have recommended deportation of some of the international investors who are doing illegal mining. They did not have papers. They did not have anything to work in Kenya. So we have recommended to our other colleagues to make sure that they do thorough investigation and deport them out of Kenya. The process of clamping on illegal mining is ongoing. We have a timetable. We went low a bit because of the weather. But with the weather improving, we will continue to do the same across the country. And we are not just doing closure of mines. We also encourage investors to operate within the legal framework, to apply so that we can give them proper licenses. So I want to assure this House that we are bringing order in this particular sector. But I know, having had a lot of time where licenses were not being applied because of moratorium, the challenge of illegal mining is bigger. But I want to assure you that we will make sure that we arrest this particular challenge. The other issue that has been raised is an issue of testing and sampling. Testing and sampling is part of the reforms that we are carrying out in the sector, and we have decided that we need to upgrade our mining labs across the country. And one of the labs we have to upgrade is Madini to international certification, but we have also created 9 new regions where we will be putting up testing and sampling centers so that then we don't have people coming up with fake minerals. And I agree with the Honorable Majority Leader. You cannot identify minerals by the way they look. You have to test. In some areas like Embu, in an area called Indarawe, there has been a lot of mining of coltan. And the locals were being told this is kokoto. You know, so a lot of people were smuggling these minerals, but now we have put order, and we have actually employed 167 new staff that will be posting to the various parts of the country. We've already posted officers at the port of Mombasa. We have also sent equipment so that they can test whatever is submitted through the port of Mombasa. And we are also working on the other entry points of our country to curb mineral smuggling. The cabinet also approved mineral smuggling as an economic crime. So at least you can see the seriousness of the government in curbing all these vices that happen in the mining sector. So I submit, Mr. Speaker, because you know when I speak matters mining, I can take you through a lot of other details.
Thank you, CS. Next is Senator Mboni Karware.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Minister, according to the statistics from the State Department on Economic Planning, mining contributes 120.3 billion shillings per annum to our GDP. It is not acceptable that with this kind of fortune, our people from the gold mining area still wallow in poverty, in Kwale, in Kakamega, in Taita Taveta, in Nyatige, Migori, everywhere. It's not acceptable. And Mr. Minister, you know for a fact that the various licenses that you have described from the podium there is the license of prospecting. We have unscrupulous companies to which your department grants the prospecting license, but they actually come to do mining. A case in point is in Kakamega, where Shanta Gold has been prospecting, Mr. Speaker, for 21 years. Prospecting for 21 years. And 3 years ago, Mr. Speaker, the people of Kakamega came together and refused that Shanta Gold must go or start mining. They disappeared. And all of a sudden, Mr. Speaker, in the recent months and weeks, we've seen re-entry of Shanta Gold. Could it be that, Mr. Speaker, the minister means to say that you have given Shanta Gold in the name of investing 5.8 billion in Kakamega, where I was born and brought, educated and live and do bullfighting? There is no such investment, because if it was, it would be on plot 1269, Isukham Komari, which is my land, where there is gold. Mr. Speaker, I want to beg the minister, please come to Kakamega. There is a time bomb now. The locals have had enough of Shanta Gold. They have money. They influence some of the people at your department, and they get away with it. Protect us. We want the people of Ikolmani to enjoy their God-given resource. We are rich, richer than many counties in this country. Mr. Speaker, I beg the minister, I beg you. You come from Kwale, where there's coal mining. Poverty there is too high, just like in Kakamega. Let us do something together so that our people can enjoy minerals the way people in Dubai enjoy the oil that they mine in Dubai. I want to see Dubai in Kakamega because we have the money. Research has confirmed. Minister, it's not a question, it's a cry. Please take charge. Some of our local leaders, some of them elected, are working in cohorts with these people who are exploiting the commonwealth of the people of Kakamega.
Thank you, Bonnie. I give you some time because I can see you are talking for the plight of the people in Kakamega. That is why I give you time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I can cry, but I don't want to cry. Because how can we be burying people
How
in
the
golden
CS
graves, digging toilets in golden areas, and then we don't become rich. We
Let's
bury
see
our
how
dead
the
in
CS will
gold.
help the Kakamega community. Honorable CS, help this member from Kakamega County. Honorable CS.
Thank you very much. And I think, Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Senator is very right to be emotional, about the riches on the ground and the poverty on land. It is a very important passion that we recognize. So I hear you, Honorable Senator, and I'm aware that, Mr. Speaker, there's a comprehensive question that has been put forward on the issue of gold in Ikolomani, which we will come here again to provide you a lot of details. But for the time being, what I want to say is that gold mining in Western Kenya, and Shanta in particular, which has been there for quite some time, we have also given them notice that they cannot continue to do prospecting. They have to begin mining. Secondly, the 5.8 billion that will be doing groundbreaking soon, the investor is different. It's not Shanta. It's a different investor. And then, apart from the artisanal mining that is happening there, we want to work to make sure that we also have formidable investments, that can sustain the gold refinery activities that we should